My name is Shannon Hill. I am a wife, mother of 3, and a registered nurse. I loved my job and helping my patients, and when I became sick, I had to give all that up. But the hardest part was not even being able to take care of my own children. At my worst, I missed about 7 months of my children's life because I was bedbound 95% of the time. And it was just truly heartbreaking to see other people take care of them instead of me, and they even actually stopped asking for mommy. We bought our house in 2013, and over the next few years, I started noticing changes in my health. Frequent panic attacks, increased anxiety, unexplained rage. I also noticed that I wasn't as sharp as I used to be, a lot of brain fog, and I also started having some chest pain, pressure, and muscle weakness. I was tested for autoimmune diseases. I had multiple MRIs done, scans of various sorts, and tons of lab work, and everything came back negative. They told me actually just to do some yoga and deep breathing exercises and that I should be good. In the summer of 2018, we got pregnant with our 3rd baby, and that's when symptoms, though, got even worse. One day when I was at work getting report on a patient, I started to feel extremely dizzy. I remember everything just going black. It was really scary, obviously, because I was pregnant and I didn't know what was going on and if it would affect my baby. They said that it was most likely due to my changing hormones, but that wasn't the case at all. Thankfully, in April of 2019, I gave birth to my healthy baby boy. Soon after getting home from the hospital with my newborn, my blood pressure shot up dangerously high. So I was rushed to the hospital where they diagnosed me with postpartum preeclampsia and immediately started me on medications to prevent seizures and a stroke. In May of 2020, that's when things got bad fast. After visiting 6 different cardiologists, I finally found one who diagnosed me with POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. From this point on, this is when my health really started to decline. At my worst, my caloric intake was averaging 200 to 500 calories a day, and I was just existing on one supplement and some broth because of how severe the nausea and the retching was. These are truly terrible times. From this point, I became so sick and malnourished that they had to place a GJ feeding tube into my stomach and small intestine in order to essentially give me the nutrients to keep me alive. As I started to get a little bit stronger with the nutrition, I still couldn't even go and have my kids close to me. I couldn't even hug them. I begged my husband to put me out of my misery, because even though I loved my kids, I couldn't be there for them, and I wasn't a wife. If there was never going to be an answer and I was never going to have an end to this, then the quality of life was absolutely zero. In September of 2020, I started consulting with a functional diagnostic nutritional practitioner, Sarah Felipe, and one of the first things that she advised me to do after hearing about my journey was to get my house checked for mold by a reputable company.
I'm Michael Rubino, founder of All American Restoration, author of The Mold Medic. I turn 6 spaces into healthy dwellings. I work with forward-thinking doctors and practitioners like Sarah Felipe, who are the true heroes in these types of occasions. Once I got the initial results from Shannon Hill's home, provided to us by the mold inspector, she had exorbitant amounts of mold that I knew was impacting her air quality, which was impacting her health. At that point, I advised Shannon to immediately vacate so she could start to get the healing process started.
In December of 2020, my husband, 3 kids, and myself moved out of our house and into an RV on our property. 270 square feet for 5 people is not ideal, but it was absolutely the best thing that we could have done. Within 7 days of being out of the house and into the RV, I actually started to feel better, clearer, stronger, and finally hungry. Within 2 weeks, I was actually able to start doing simple tasks for my family, like make snacks for the kids and changing a diaper. These seem like simple tasks to normal people, but they were huge milestones for me.
In order to help people like Shannon, I have to stay on top of the best products in the marketplace to make sure that we are putting in the best of the best inside people's homes. That's where I've come across IntelliPure's product.
My name is Christian Cobb, VP of Marketing at IntelliPure by Healthway. We're reimagining the world as a better, safer place, and experts like Michael Rubino are really helping us to embody that mission by instituting world-class mold remediation programs. IntelliPure really cares about the solution. In fact, we're obsessed with finding the right solution to each problem, whether it be mold, dust, or ultrafine particles. In this case, we're using our IntelliPure Super V whole house air purifier.
What's truly remarkable about the Super V is how small of a particle it can remove from your air. IntelliPure can get down to 7 nanometers in particle size. That's the size of a virus, one of the smallest microorganisms on the planet. This is 100 times smaller than mold itself. One of the most overlooked components of what the Super V can accomplish is the fact that it emits 0 ozone. It's honestly one of the best products on the marketplace because it supersedes everything else out in existence for a residential space.
The technology inside of our Super V is best in class, and it delivers clean air at every vent throughout the home, eliminating ultrafine particles, dust, and mold spores. From recent testing, we've learned that not all air purifiers are created equally, which is why we put each unit through rigorous testing to ensure they reach the highest level of filtration.
When IntelliPure heard about our client Shannon, they immediately wanted to get involved. In fact, they actually donated a Super V to install in Shannon's home so that they can be confident that she'll be breathing the best quality air that she can breathe. If that doesn't speak volume to their character, I don't know what else will.
Even though it's a bit cramped in that RV back there, I'm really happy that she is now away from the problem and the mold spores in the air. And I'm really happy to be a part of the team that's really going in and making sure that we're having a full solution for her home.
I'll just be forever grateful to the Mold Medic, All American Restoration, and IntelliPure for helping me get my life back.
According to the World Health Organization, 9 out of 10 people worldwide don't breathe healthy air. And at IntelliPure, we're trying to change that.